Okay, guys, let's get started. So, first of all, I would like to welcome you all to this Microsoft Intune training session. So, it is gonna be a quick overview session for maximum 30 minutes. Now, in this session, I'm gonna talk about Intune historical background, then Intune architecture, then licensing and lab setup, and what all things we are going to cover in this training. So first of all, I'm gonna introduce myself. My name is Kashif. I am from India. I have somewhere around 15 years of practical IT experience. I am working as IT architect, wherein my roles and responsibility is to design and implement technologies for organizations. I have implemented various technologies in organizations, and in terms of my education, uh, I have completed my masters in information technology, and I am a Microsoft certified professional. I have expertise on various technologies like Intune, SCCM, Active Directory, Azure, PowerShell. Um, I have total 10 years of teaching experience, wherein I have trained more than 40,000 students globally. This is my website and email address. So that's about me, guys. Um, Now, let's talk about Microsoft Intune. Now, what is Microsoft Intune? Microsoft Intune is a Microsoft product which is released by Microsoft in the year 2010. Now, Microsoft developed this product and released it for organizations to manage devices and manage applications. So using Intune, you can manage devices and you can manage applications, right? So MDM and MAM. So you can manage devices. What all devices you can manage? You can manage Windows devices like Windows 10 or Windows 11. You can manage Android devices. Then you can manage iOS, iPad, MacBook, and Linux. These are the operating systems which you can manage from Intune. So basically you can enroll these devices into Intune and control these devices from Intune. So from Intune, you can supply policies, you can supply applications, you can supply configurations, you can deploy various other things which you would like to do it on these devices. So basically you have device policies, inventory, then device wipe, application, then you can deploy configuration and various other things. For example, updates, right? Compliance, right? Similarly, you can deploy application policies. So here we have mobile device management and here we have mobile application management. So you can deploy some policies to the applications inside the device. So we are not going to manage the device, we are going to manage the application. So application policy, application access policy, data transfer policy, data protection, app wipe, app configuration, app self-service, the various things which we can do it from Intune portal to the mobile devices and mobile applications. Now, why Intune is necessary to manage devices? Because Intune is going to manage the devices over the internet. Now, those who are from SCCM background, in case if you have SCCM expertise, we manage devices all over the globe through SCCM as well. But mostly SCCM is focusing on domain join, on premises computers. But in Intune, everything is happening over the internet. For example, you have 1,000 devices in Sydney, 4,000 devices in Toronto, 5,000 devices in Chennai, then in London, Mumbai, right? New York, Paris, Dubai, Berlin, California. So you have some branch offices and you have a headquarter. And in every location, you have some Windows devices, some iOS devices, some Mac devices, some Android devices, and you need to manage them. So we will enroll all these devices into Intune from each location. And from Intune, we can supply policies and applications and everything. So you will have complete control of these devices from Intune. You can control the devices. Suppose if you have to, uh, let's say there is a user in Toronto and his device is locked. You can unlock the device from here. You can reset the password. Suppose there is a user in Dubai and his device is lost. You can format his device. You can send a policy to wipe the device, factory reset the device, right? Suppose there is a user in Mumbai and he needs certain application on his device. So you can deploy application from here, right? There are, let's say, 5,000 devices and you need to restart those devices. So you can deploy policy to restart. So you can do various things which you would like to do from Intune. Now, Intune services is basically running on Azure data center. Azure data center is a public data center, okay, which is present in almost 60 countries now. Azure data center is almost there in around 60 countries now, okay. Now, wherever you go, you will find Azure data center almost everywhere. So in Americas, then in European countries, then in Asia Pacific, then in Australia, India, Indonesia, China, almost everywhere you will find Azure data center. Azure data center is a public data center. And Intune services is running on Azure data center. Now, what is data center? First, you need to understand. So data center outside view. Data center is like a big building, right? So this is the outside view. So data center, you will always find it out in remote area, not in the city, because it needs to have it occupies a lot of space. So we generally put the data center in remote area, right? So like a big building, right? Then in that building you have multiple floors. For example, there are 10 floors, right? In each floor you have multiple rooms. So multiple rooms are there, okay? And in multiple rooms you have multiple racks. So this is the outside view of the data center. You see, outside view. Now let me show you the inside view of the data center. This is the inside view of the data center, okay? Now inside you have these uh, racks basically. So this is what this is basically a combination of multiple racks. So you see, in each rack you have high configured servers, okay? You have some high configured servers, right? So Intune is basically configured on Azure Service Fabric cluster. Intune services running in Azure data center, and in Azure data center it is running on Azure Service Fabric cluster. Cluster is like combination of multiple things called cluster, okay? So combination of multiple racks. For example, this rack, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 uh, um, containers. Inside there are various racks. You see, these are called racks. So all those 5 containers, you can call it as a cluster. So Intune services are running like inside a cluster, Azure Service Fabric cluster. And when you create your subscription, for example, if you are in India and you create your Intune subscription, your subscription will get created in one of these racks. For example, here you got your space and you are able to access this space. If I am in India and I create my subscription, so I'm gonna get the subscription here in either in the same rack or different rack, but we both will have a different space. I cannot access your space, you cannot access my space. So 1 minute, guys. So Intune services is running on Azure Cloud Data Center. Inside that, it is running on Azure Service Fabric Cluster. Cluster is like combination of, more than like 100 or 500 racks together. So basically, you get space when you create your subscription. So everyone will get space. So suppose space is given to John. This space is given to James, right? This space is given to Peter, right? So everyone is creating their own personal space. Nobody else will have permission to access another space. Okay. So Azure Data Center is designed in such a way that it will create your account in your nearest location based on your region. If you are in India, your chances are very high that you will end up creating your account in India. If you are in US, your Intune account will get created in United States data center. Okay. Now, this is Intune architecture, guys. So Intune is designed by Microsoft. You don't have to do anything here. So it's a SaaS kind of product because everything is done by Microsoft. Unlike SCCM, in SCCM, we have to design the architecture where we keep our primary site server, where do we keep our secondary site server, where do we keep our central administration site server, so database server, distribution point. So all those things, all those headaches you have to take. But here, everything is done by Microsoft. So this is your high level Intune diagram, architecture diagram, wherein when you create your account, you get web console. So in web console, through web console, you will be able to access Intune services. So basically Intune services is running in the backend on Azure data center. So you get web console, and whatever the changes and configuration you do it through web console. And your configuration and changes will get recorded, and here it will be passed on Graph API. Graph API is what it's a communication bridge between you and Intune services in the backend. So it will be given to Graph API, and Graph API will uh, um, supply your configuration and changes to Intune services in the backend. For example, if you have to configure something, then it is gonna come here in configure devices. If you have to protect something, then it's gonna come here, or manage application. So this is high level diagram. um, Intune has integration with various products like Microsoft Intra, then SCCM, then Google Play Store, App Store, Microsoft Store, Microsoft Defender, right? So it has integration with various other third-party, uh, various other Microsoft products. Then you can manage what all devices. You can manage Windows, Mac OS, Android, iOS, iPad, Linux. Plus you can deploy updates. So to your devices, you can deploy updates from Windows Update for Business deployment service. And you can manage application. Okay. So all these things are done by Microsoft. And they are every month they are adding more and more feature into this. So you don't have to update this one. That is done by Microsoft. You don't have to add features. That is also done by Microsoft. You don't have to take care about the architecture, to maintain the architecture, like um, you know, to make it available 99%. So everything is being managed and controlled by Microsoft. You just create your subscription like Gmail. If you need to create your email account, you just create your email and you are all set to go, because it's a SaaS kind of product, SaaS, software as a service. Okay. So this is high level diagram, guys. Now, why we should go with Intune rather than any other mobile device and mobile application management? So we have Intune competitors. There are various Intune competitors like Mobile Iron, Workspace ONE, IBM Mass 360, right? Then you have Cisco Meraki, SOTI, BlackBerry, Hexnode, Tanium. So these are some of the competitors of Intune. But Intune is like a monster in front of these tiny competitors. So because Intune, you will find it almost all big size and medium size organization. Wherever you go, you will find Intune in almost everywhere, big size and medium size organization. Okay. These are the competitors of Intune. Now, why Intune is the best choice for organization? Why you should take Intune rather than other products? Okay. Point number one, ease of use and deployment. So it's pretty easy. Even if you do not have prior IT knowledge, you can easily learn this technology and easily deploy. You don't have to, design the architecture, because everything is done by Microsoft itself. Then it has integration with various other Microsoft ecosystem products. It has integration with SCCM, it has integration with Azure Active Directory, it has integration with Microsoft Defender, right? Then unified management. You don't have to um, do updates from a different portal, then application from a different portal, then deploy policies for iOS and iPad from a different portals. Everything is combined together. So, and it's a like everything is under one umbrella, right? Now, SaaS architecture, we have already talked about it. So it's not like a platform as a service wherein you have to manage the architecture, you have to make sure the architecture is up and running. You don't have to do that. It's all done by Microsoft. You just have to pay for it. Cost efficiency. Why? Because it's pretty, um, if you compare with other products, Microsoft is giving, the cost of this product is very cheap. It's around $8 per user per month. Intune license cost around $8 per user per month. Very cheap actually. So cost efficiency for Microsoft customers. Then it supports cross platform, like it supports iOS, Android, Linux, then MacBook, right? Then automation and efficiency. You can do certain automations in Intune. You can automate some of the things. So that is the reason Intune is the best choice for organization. Remote work enablement. That means user will not have to come to office to get the policies. The policies will be deployed over the internet. Okay, so as long as the device has internet connection, the policies are going to come to the device. So user can be anywhere, either at home or in hotel or anywhere. So Intune is going to manage the device from anywhere. Comprehensive device management, it has various things like configuration, policies, wiping of the device, resetting the device, factory resetting, application deployment, application updates, There are various things which you can do. Security and compliance policies you can deploy, configuration profile, application management, conditional access. Conditional access is also a very good feature in Intune, which will help you to allow user to access the policy, allow user to access company resources only on certain condition. If user fulfills the condition, then only user will be able to access the resources, company resources. Otherwise, they will not. Okay. Then you have more enhanced security feature than its competitors. Competitors of Intune, they are focusing mainly on iPad and iOS and Android devices. They are mostly focusing on iOS and Android devices. But Intune is focusing on almost all leading operating system like iOS, Android, MacBook, Windows, Linux, right? Simplify device enrollment and provisioning. So it's pretty simple. You don't have to follow a lengthy process to um, enroll your devices. Updates and innovation. So every month, Microsoft is updating this with some innovations. So you don't have to, uh, worry about all those um, configurations, what its competitors are adding. So Microsoft is only always way ahead to add some updates and innovation in Intune. So these are the factors why Intune is the best choice for organizations. Now, why Intune is the best choice for you to learn? Excuse me, guys. So why you should learn Intune? So there are few factors which I have noted it down here, which will help you to understand why you should learn Intune. Now, point number one, Intune is a matured product. So it started in the year 2010. So almost like 15 years now, this product is there in the market. It's a matured product. Okay. Second thing is it is almost in all big size and medium size organizations. So wherever you go, you will find Intune. Okay. Whether you are in India, Australia, America, European countries, Gulf country, Canada, you will find Intune. And because of that, you have good vacancies all over the places. Good salary as well. So people who are working in Intune as Intune administrator, the average salary they are getting is 50 US dollar per hour. Most of my students who are in US, Canada, Australia, European countries, they are earning either, this is the average salary. So 50, 60, some of them are getting $80 per hour as well. Now, if you are in India, you can expect a salary of 8 lakh per annum. That's average salary. Depends on um, your experience. At least you need to have 2 or 3 years of experience. Okay, so 8 lakh per annum. That's the average salary. So you can make your career in this one as Intune administrator level 1, level 2, then level 3. Okay, and then um, you can build your career as Intune administrator. Now, who can learn this technology? Uh, Anyone from IT or non-IT background can easily learn this. Why? Because it is pretty simple, straightforward. Not like SCCM. SCCM is very uh, complex product if you compare with Intune. Okay. You don't need to learn any coding and programming languages here. So you don't have to learn any C, C++, Java, Python, anything. Okay, not required. Online resource availability. In case if you are stuck somewhere, you can Google it out and you will get hundreds of websites which will give you instructions how you can achieve the task in Intune. If you are facing some challenges, you can just give the error code and you will get hundreds of resources which will help you to fix your Intune related issues. Because it's a matured product, people are using it for the past 15 years and good career path. So these are the factors why you should learn Intune. Now, somebody saying SCCM is also a good career. It was a good career before COVID. Okay, before COVID. Now, after COVID, what happened? People started working from home. So SCCM is focusing is managing devices on the LAN network. Generally, SCCM can manage the devices on the internet as well, but it is not that feasible. But generally, SCCM is managing devices on LAN network. But Intune is managing devices on the internet. So that's the reason after COVID, almost all the big size and medium size organizations have already implemented Intune. Now they are using SCCM for servers because servers are not mobile. Servers will be there in data center or in the office premises itself. So only server management is being done by SCCM, but rest of the management is being done by Intune. I mean Intune. So devices are being managed by Intune, right? And servers are being managed by SCCM. Now we will talk about Intune licensing and subscription options. So you have to pay around $8 per user per month. So it's a subscription based license wherein you have to pay $8 per user per month. So either you take standalone Intune license or you can take Microsoft 365 suite license. Okay. Or you can go with this one, enterprise mobility and security license. Intune is already included in this one and in this one. Or you take this one as standalone. Depends. Generally, organization is taking this one, Microsoft 365 E3 or E5 license. Okay, so in our training, we will take E3 license, free trial one. And that will be available for us for 60 days. Okay. So, any question from anyone you have, you can ask. Hmm? No question?
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm Venkatesh. Actually,
Yes.
if we take E5 license,
Mm-hmm.
what are the requirements we
E
have to take?
okay. E5 has various components. Somewhere around 90 applications are included. E5 is a suite license which covers around 90 applications. Intune is also part of that one. E5 is also okay, but we generally don't require E5. E5 is a little expensive actually. It's around, I think, more than 5,000 rupees per user per month. But E3 license is around 2,810 Indian rupees. Okay, so generally in organization we take this one because it has various application. I think it has around 60 application. So Intune is also included in this one. You have Windows operating system. You can activate Windows OS. You can deploy Windows Auto Patch, right? Azure Active Directory, the premium service. So all these things are included. There are other things are also included, but these are like some important points which I have mentioned here. E5 is also okay. Some companies are using E5. But take the subscription if that is needed. If that is not required, you can go with E3. E3 is the best option. Okay. And I think free trial is not available for E5. E3 is the only one which has free trial. Okay.
Okay,
Any other
okay.
question?
Yes, yes. I have another question. If I am working as an L2 or L3 administrator,
Hmm.
what are the requirements for that?
What are the requirements?
Yes, means the if I am working in a company, um,
As
what are
Intune,
the
as
yes,
Intune administrator,
yes, yes,
what will be your roles and responsibility, you are saying, right?
yes.
Okay, so if you are working on Intune, now I'll talk about Intune a level 1 team. So what all things are being done by Intune L1? They are basically doing enrollment of device. Okay, enrollment of devices or unenrollment. Enrollment, unenrollment. Why it is doing like this? 1 minute. So they will enroll and unenroll devices, right? Enroll and unenroll devices. They will do the troubleshooting, first level troubleshooting. First level troubleshooting. People will contact them for issues like their device is not getting enrolled, or the device is behaving a little weird after the enrollment, or the device is facing some slowness, or they are not able to access some of the features in the device after the enrollment. So these are some of the things which the L1 team does. Now the L2 team is the one which will be creating policies in the backend, like compliance policies, configuration profile they will be doing, right? They will be deploying policies of for updates, how the devices will get updates. They will be deploying applications. Okay, they will be packaging application and doing the deployment. They will be deploying scripts, right? So almost all administrative tasks they will be doing from Intune. Okay, almost all administrative tasks they will be doing. Now if you are on L3, then L3 will be the one which will be responsible for doing the integration of Intune. For example, integration of Intune from SCCM, integration of Intune from in Defender portal, the security portal, right? Then um, mobile threat defense service, the various things for the integration or synchronization. So L3 will be the one who will be taking care of those things. Clear? Hmm?
Yeah, clear, clear.
Any other question from anyone?
Yes, Kashif, Vikram here. How
Yes.
about like nowadays you heard about that next thing that product is getting like implementing on most of the companies, and they were expecting the like integration of Intune with this product. So how can we do that,
Which
and what are the
which
advantage?
product? Which
Uh,
product?
next thing.
Okay. Intune currently it is not uh, available. Maybe in the future it maybe Microsoft will do the integration. Right now it is not available. Okay.
Okay, but can't we now do the like integration of with the third party tools? Anything?
Yes, we have option to integrate Intune
Okay.
with third party like Patch My PC. You can integrate.
So those
Okay,
things
for
like integration part will be cover any in
yes,
this course.
we will do.
Okay.
Batch my PC will do. So 1 minute. Intune course content. Have you guys received the course content?
Think in that file, second file you have mentioned.
tinyurl.com/Intune. Ah, so Intune course content. So daily we are gonna do for 1 hour session. Every day we will do 1 hour session, Monday to Friday. So from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. India time, 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. And we will do uh, 30 to 35 sessions maximum. Within that, we will be able to cover our theory plus practical. So we will do the practical lab. Session will get recorded. Completion certificate you will get. Okay. And you have this course content. Okay. So we will start from scratch, like introduction to MDM, information on Intune versus SCCM, introduction to Intune Lab, then Azure Active Directory and all, right? So these things we will be doing. Then we will be doing Linux enrollment, Mac enrollment, iOS enrollment, Android and iPad enrollment. So those things we are going to cover in this one. So that's going to take 30 to 35 sessions to finish all the topics. And we will do the practical. So each one of you will have to do the lab setup. Okay. So how will you do the lab setup? I'll show you. If your computer has a minimum 8 GB RAM and 4 core processor and 100 GB hard disk space. So minimum requirement is this one for Intune lab setup. So each one of you will have to set up your lab on your computer. I will guide you how to do that step by step. So basically we will create one virtual machine here, virtual machine, and that will be Windows 10 or Windows 11. And that machine we will enroll into Intune. And from Intune, we will be deploying policies, applications, and various things to this device. Plus, you need to have a mobile phone, Android or iOS. You need to have Android or iOS, and you need to have a credit card or debit card, credit card or debit card for Intune subscription. Okay, so you need Intune subscription for 30 days, I mean 60 days. Basically, we will take 60 days free trial. So 60 days, we don't have to make any payment to Microsoft. We will take E3 license, free trial license. And after 59th day, on 59th day, we will cancel the subscription so that you don't have to make any payment. Okay, clear? Any question from anyone?
Is there any impact on AI? Have any impact on Intune?
AI.
Yes.
AI is for um, automating some of the things. So Microsoft will be adding some of the features from Copilot, right? Copilot is based on AI, right? So they will be adding some more features. Right now, out of the box feature is not available, but maybe in the future they will have, and definitely AI will have some impact. So it will
Okay.
improve that. It will improve that. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. No worries. Any other question?
If you told like every question, every class after that you will give some assignments, right? So do you have any list of those, or it's like ongoing assignments?
It will be ongoing assignment when we will be deploying applications, for example. So I'll give you assignment. It will be scenario based that you should deploy applications like MSI application, EXE application. Then you will be deploying applications through various other methods, right? Like a line of business method or Microsoft stored application or Win32 method. Then I'll be giving you assignment to deploy compliance policies, configuration profile. Then I'll be giving you assignment to do Windows autopilot as well, deploy updates as well, configure, enroll Android and iOS devices as well. So those things we will be doing during the training itself. Okay.
Okay, I mean you mean you don't have any like the ready assignments, right?
I don't have a
Like
ready
that.
assignment. Every day we will be uh, talking about the theory plus practical. We will do the practical, and after we finish the practical, I will give you the assignment in the session itself, not now.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. Now, after this training, if anyone is interested to take Microsoft certification exam, then you have to take this MD 102. This is the Microsoft certification code, and you will have to score at least 700 out of 1000 to pass the exam. Okay. So we are going to start the training from tomorrow at 7 a.m. To 8 a.m. IST, India time. So if you are not in India, outside India, then you will have to um, see your time zone. You have to convert this in your time zone. For example, if you are in US EST, then it is going to be 8:30 p.m. for you. So daily we will do 7 to 8 a.m. and we are going to do Monday to Friday. Monday to Friday. If you are in US, it is going to be Sunday to Thursday for you. Okay. So Monday to Friday, daily session, 1 hour session, 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. Total, we will be doing maximum 35 days. Okay. It is going to take 1.5 months to finish all the topics. So we will be able to finish the session hopefully in the last week of March. Yes, last week of March, 1.5 months. Okay, and we will do the theory plus practical, which I have already spoken about. So tomorrow we will start at 7 a.m. And those who are interested to continue the session from tomorrow, you need to contact on this WhatsApp that you are interested. You would like to continue from tomorrow. I will give you the enrollment details and then we can continue from tomorrow. Any question from anyone? Hmm?
What time we can reach out to you?
What time?
We can reach out to you.
If you want to call me, then you can call me after 10 a.m. because I have I have class. You can call me after 10 a.m. If you would like to message me, you can message me anytime. Any other question from anyone? Okay, guys, we'll meet tomorrow at 7 a.m. India time. So those who are interested can reach me on this number. Thank you, guys. Bye now. Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye bye. Thank you.
Hello.